Are you ever putting your window down and you get this noise? And then it won't even go back up? Let's dive into it. The first thing you want to do is check your switch, maybe even go to the master switch and see if anything is happening when you do that. Now we heard the motor moving on the inside, so we know we're getting power at least, so it's not a problem with the switch. But if you didn't hear anything, you might want to check that or even check some fuses before you start taking anything apart. To go deeper, we're going to actually have to take the door panel off so we can see what component has failed. When you're ordering your parts from 1aauto.com, you can actually watch thousands of videos to help you do this process on your specific vehicle. Then you can do it on your own. For the most part, you're going to take off some trim pieces, some screws, and then push pins holding the rest of the panel on. Let's take off the panel and see what's broken. When you pull the door panel off, you're going to have some cables or even some wires that you're going to have to disconnect. Pop those off, and the panel's out of the way. And then you're going to have a vapor barrier that you need to remove. You can pull that off. Use a utility knife if you have to cut the butyl tape. That's going to reveal where the window regulator is. And looking behind the vapor barrier, this cable is not supposed to be like this. It should be tight, more like the bottom one. And the motor is just jammed up. Now the window regulator is going to have to be replaced. One of the crucial parts of that is getting the glass safely out of the way. You want to disconnect the glass from the regulator. Sometimes there's screws or bolts or even clips. Put the window all the way up, and you can tape that out of the way or even use suction cups or any method to prevent it from falling while you're working on the door. Once the window is secure, then you're going to disconnect the connector on the motor, take out the bolts or nuts holding the regulator in, slide the regulator out, put the new one in, and repeat the steps of how you took it out. Now let's take a look at why I had to cut this. Here we have the track and this bracket that's attached to the window. So when the window closes, this bracket goes up and then it goes down when you want to open it. And how it does that is with cables on this particular model. And the motor is going to turn the cables, and we have a pulley at the top. Now this pulley is made of plastic, and over time it gets brittle, and that's what actually broke. There's a chip out of the pulley, the cable popped off, and with the cable popped off, it's just going to bind up and the window's not going to be able to go back up. And one last tip, if your vehicle has the automatic down-up function, you're going to have to reprogram it.